The MacPro Help Desk team welcomes your suggestions for our training and reference materials. Please contact us with your feedback and comments on this training, or if you need other MacPro assistance. You may contact us via email at macpro_helpdesk@cms.hhs.gov or by phone at 301-547-4688. We're now going to walk through the steps that may occur after CMS submission. As discussed in the PowerPoint, CMS may initiate a Seek More Information request, or SMI request, on your report following their review. We will get started by logging out as the state director. To go over what to expect if CMS initiates a Seek More Information, or SMI request, for this demonstration, we are going to be logging in as the state point of contact. It's important to note that when an SMI is initiated, the state will receive a notification from MacPro indicating that CMS submitted a Seek More Information request. Both the state editor who created the report and the state point of contact who reviewed the report will receive a task in their task list to respond to the Seek More Information request for the specified report. Only one of these users can respond to the SMI. So for the purpose of this demonstration, we are responding to the SMI as the state point of contact. However, your state may choose to respond as the state editor. Keep in mind that if you need to make updates to your report as a result of the SMI, the state point of contact is the only role that can uncertify the report to enable this functionality. First, we're going to select the Task tab on the upper toolbar. Then we're going to select the task to respond to Seek More Information request for the report ending in 23. We already initiated an SMI prior to this training to stay efficient with our time. Again, since the SMI is routed to both the state editor who created the report and the state point of contact who reviewed the report, the SPOC must accept the task to begin. Now this page shows the specifics related to the Seek More Information request. The federal fiscal year for the report is 2017, and there are CMS questions to the state listed in a table format. Then there may be files uploaded by CMS, and there's an area for you to upload documents as well. So in order to begin reviewing and answering CMS's questions, select the number for the question that you would like to begin with. In this case, we're going to select the number 1 under the question number column. This expands a state's response text box above the table. So we're going to enter a response, in this case, example response for training purposes. We'll click outside of the text box, and you'll notice that the Save Response button in the right became active. Before we select that, we're going to provide an answer to the question underneath the state's response text box, and we will indicate for the purpose of this demonstration that no, we are not going to update the report as a result of the response above. Then we will select Save Response. Next, we're going to select question 2 under the question number column. And like we did previously, we're going to enter a response in the state's response text box, such as this is an example for training purposes. Unlike last time, we're going to select that yes, we will update the report as a result of the response above. And then we will select Save Response. Next, if CMS had uploaded a file for us to view, it would be included in the table below. In this case, there were no files uploaded. We also have the opportunity as a state to upload a document to the SMI request. Let's upload a document to accompany our response by selecting the Upload button. There are 2 ways to upload a document. Earlier, we showed you how to upload a document by selecting the Upload button, as we just did, and then we double-clicked on our file. The second option is to select the upload button and drag and drop the file onto the upload button. Once the file loads, we will select Save Documents. We are again taken to the Documents and Save Progress screen. After a few moments, we will select the Refresh button. If we wanted to delete a document, we could hover our mouse over the page icon and select the X. But for this demonstration, we will not be deleting our document. So now that our responses have been entered in the state's response text box and they've been saved, we're going to go ahead and select the Save button at the bottom of the screen. And then we will select Send Responses to CMS, as we have now finished completing the SMI request. This returns us to our task page, and you'll notice that the task for the SMI for this report is no longer in our list. CMS has received our responses. Because we did indicate we would be updating our report as a result of the SMI request, we're going to review how to update the report in case changes are necessary based off of the SMI response. So we'll go to the Actions tab, and we'll need to uncertify the report to have the ability to edit the core measure information. As a point of clarification, you will not need to uncertify all reports that are put into Seek More Information status. Only those that require changes to be made would need to be uncertified. There may be some SMI requests that only require further explanation and not changes. However, other SMI requests may point out discrepancies in the report that need to be corrected. Should you choose to uncertify your report, you will not be able to submit it back to CMS until all pending SMI requests are answered and sent back to CMS. To begin the process of uncertifying, we selected the Uncertify Annual Report link. Now we're going to enter the package ID information, in this case IA 2017 MQ 00230. And as a note, this is a case-sensitive field, so you must enter the letters in the correct case. So we will select Search for Report. This loads our report information. Before uncertifying, confirm that this is the report you would like to uncertify, and insert the reason for uncertification within the text box below. For this demonstration, we will type for training purposes only. The reason that you entered could be helpful for your colleagues to note. Next, select Uncertify. This will initiate a task to our task list to review and edit the report that we just uncertified, and state users in Iowa would receive a notification that the report has been uncertified. As a refresher, the state point of contact is the only role that can uncertify the report. As a note, the SPOC who uncertifies the report will receive the task to review and edit the report, regardless of if they are the SPOC who reviewed the report. So now we'll go to the Task tab on the upper toolbar to begin the editing process. Before we select our task, let's take a look at the green arrow above the link to the task. In this scenario, we claimed the task, as the green arrow above the task is pointed towards me. If a task is not yet claimed, the green arrow will point towards all users who received the task. So now let's select the task to review and edit the report. Like we've done with all other tasks, we will now scroll through the page to review the information. We have the option to update the report and submit to the state director, or to return the report to the state editor for them to work on. For this demonstration, we will make the appropriate edits and then submit it to the state director. So let's edit the measure, Maternal and Infant Health Initiative Measure, Contraceptive Care, all women ages 15 to 44. We'll select the checkbox next to this measure, and then we'll scroll to the bottom of the screen and select Go to Selected Measure. We're going to go ahead and expand the Status of the Data Reported section. Let's update the status from final to provisional. Because we made an update to the measure, we will need to scroll back down and revalidate the measure. So we'll select yes to the validation question, and then we will save. And again, this ensures that our measure is marked as complete. So now we'll go back to the admin screen by selecting Go to Admin Screen. We have now updated this measure appropriately and are ready to resubmit to the state director for recertification and submission. To do this, select the Send for Certification button at the bottom of the page. The state director process will be the exact same as we reviewed earlier in this training. In order to be efficient with our time today, we're not going to re-review that process. This returns us to our task page, and you'll notice that the SMI task for the report we were working on is no longer in our list. CMS has received our responses, and please note that CMS will not continue reviewing the report until the state director has recertified and resubmitted the report, and this is assuming changes were made in the SMI process. It is possible to submit the SMI response before the state director resubmits the report, based off of the changes in the SMI process, if changes were made in that scenario. While we're still logged into MacPro, we'll briefly show you how to access the print to PDF functionality, and then following that, we will end the in-system demonstration portion of today and go into a question and answer session. So let's begin by selecting the Records tab. Next, we will select Equality Measure Authority, and for the sake of this demonstration, we will choose Maternal Infant Health. Let's select our 2017 report. There's two ways to navigate to the Print to PDF functionality. So we could select the button in the upper right corner of the screen to view print preview. Alternatively, we could go to the related actions. Let's choose the second option by going to related actions. Then we will select the option to view print preview. And if you see at the bottom of the screen, there's a button labeled View Consolidated Print Preview. So we'll select this to generate a printer-friendly view of our report. On our consolidated report, we will right-click on the screen to pull up our browser options. In the menu, there is a print option. If you were to continue forward with our PDF, we would select the print option and then print to our specific PDF viewer. The MacPro Help Desk team welcomes your suggestions for our training and reference materials. Please contact us with your feedback and comments on this training, or if you need other MacPro assistance. You may contact us via email at macpro_helpdesk@cms.hhs.gov or by phone at 301-547-4688.